It's Kathleen Rendelia for Brandon's House Counseling Center, and this is our Monday Mental Health Moment. So thank you so much for joining us. For those of you who don't know, Brandon's House Counseling Center has a live video every Monday at 8 p.m. and we encourage the community to join us for a bit of an update about Brandon's House, as well as a mental health tip or activity that could decrease your stress this week and improve your overall mental health. So we started this when the pandemic got really dicey and a lot of people were stuck at home with new stressors, and we wanted to reach out to the community and do what we could to help relieve some of that stress. But we realized that, you know what, even when there's not a major pandemic that's affecting everybody, which still is a bit, but even then, everybody has stress, and this is a way that we can reach out to you and hopefully make a difference in your week, in your life a little bit. So what I ask is, if you are able to, if you can like and share our posts, that helps us to get the word out to more individuals and therefore impact more lives as well. So first off, if you're not aware, Brandon's House Counseling Center is a free mental health counseling center in New Albany, Indiana. We specifically work with adolescents and their families. We have been working with families since 1993, when Susan Parr, our founder and former director, had the epiphany that, you know what, we should remove the financial barriers that are keeping these teens from getting help that they need. So we don't have any copays, you don't have to have a specific income level, you don't even have to be from New Albany, you can be from anywhere in the region. If you're willing to drive to our office, we're willing to see you. So what makes Brandon's House unique is that we have removed that financial barrier. We also are a grassroots program. We don't take federal tax dollars or funding. We basically survive on community donations and some fundraisers throughout the year, and a few small local grants. Now, as you might guess, fundraising has been a little bit difficult the last 2 years with the pandemic, and everybody is dealing with more economic challenges right now. So it's been a bit hard, and I'm not gonna lie, guys, if you have extra funding and you're wondering where to send it, we could really use it right now. We have had more and more teens seeking help for counseling. Anxiety, depression, those kind of things are being impacted more lately than they were before, and families are struggling financially. So where do they turn? Well, where we want them to turn, which is to us for that free counseling. But it does cost us something. So the base cost of a counseling session at Brandon's House is $31. However, there's still utility bills and liability insurance and all of those kind of things that we have to pay too. So if you're able to donate, we would greatly appreciate it. Our next fundraiser that we have coming up is our Christmas sale. And this is basically a gigantic Christmas basement sale at the DePauw Memorial United Methodist Church next to our office. They're kind enough to let us use their space, and we basically fill it up with Christmas things. And our sale is going to be December 4th at 10 a.m. until 1 p.m. These are bargain prices, guys. So if you are looking to add to your Christmas decoration collection of things, this is a great spot to get some wonderful finds. Or if you have some things that you're not using anymore, we would certainly be happy to add them to the sale if you are interested in donating them. So we have our Christmas sale coming up. And also, we have Giving Tuesday. If you guys haven't heard of Giving Tuesday, this was something that was started in more recent years. And it is kind of a way of looking at, after Black Friday and Cyber Monday and all of these things, and Shop Local Saturday, sometimes we need to refocus a little bit and remember that we can give back to the community as well. And so many organizations will be having programs and campaigns to raise money on Giving Tuesday, which is the Tuesday after Thanksgiving. And Brandon's House is no different. We will be having a campaign trying to raise as much money as we can that day. You can donate online, you can donate in person, however it works for you. It's great. We'll have more information on that as we get closer to the time of the event, but today we're going to talk a little bit more about Thanksgiving and gratitudes, because for the whole month of November, we have been focusing on specifically how gratitude can impact your mental health. So we've talked about how gratitude impacts us socially, being focused on the things that we're thankful for and having a more positive outlook impacts our relationships. We have talked about how it impacts our physical health, our blood pressure, our sleep, our diet, and then of course our mental health, which, it impacts your level of depression, overall happiness, anxiety, all of these things just by focusing on things that we're grateful for. We're not pretending that there are no problems, okay? I am the first to admit that there are still going to be stressors in life. However, by spending a designated time every day that we focus on what we are grateful for, it helps to change our mindset. It actually physically changes the way your brain works, guys. So they have PET scans that show different areas of your brain light up differently and more effectively for positive mood after you have had a routine of finding things that you're grateful for. So this isn't just in your head. Well, it is kind of in your head, but it's actually in your head, okay? So this is something that's very real that we can show. Research shows this works. So we've practiced daily gratitudes. For those of you who are following our social media, so far, I haven't missed a day yet. I have posted what I'm grateful for, a couple of things every day, and I encourage you to do the same on your social media. We've talked about ways that we can recognize those that we're closest to and the relationships we have with them and what we're grateful for. And today, we're going to practice some guided imagery focusing on gratitude. So, guided imagery, some people call it meditation, some people call it guided imagery, some people don't give it a name, but basically you are taking a designated time that you are going to remove distractions, you're going to focus on you and your mental state and your breathing and just trying to zone out of everything else, okay? So what we're going to do today is kind of a shortened version of a guided meditation that specifically was developed by Dr. Kathy Kemper, who is the executive director at Ohio State University for their integrated health and wellness program. Now, I will provide the link in the comments below that includes the whole meditation that you can practice. It's only actually around 10 to 12 minutes, so it doesn't take that long. But I know not everybody wants to stay online with me for that long. It's okay. I feel you. That's all right. But we're going to have a shortened version today and such, but you can practice this on your own. What we know is by practicing our social and mental health gratitudes, that the more you practice it, the more it works. So what we're going to do is we're going to get kind of comfy, okay? So, relax a little bit, wiggle around in your chair, get to where you're comfortable. You can close your eyes if you feel like it, but you don't have to. But you do want to kind of zone out of looking at everything around you. So if you don't close your eyes, kind of just pick a spot on the wall or on the floor and just kind of zone out, let your eyes go, okay? So after you get comfortable, and if you were going to take a little bit longer here, you'd also want to remove some distractions like your phone or your TV or your children or your dogs, anything like that. You want to remove any distractions for the next few minutes, but I know you weren't probably prepared to do that right now, so you can watch this video again and do that ahead of time, okay? So you remove your distractions, find a nice quiet space, and then I want you just to get comfortable and start to focus on your breathing, okay? So you're gonna breathe in and out. You're gonna take nice, slow, deep breaths in and out. Try and breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Focus on the present, okay? So think about feeling more peaceful and grounded as you breathe in and exhale. Take a minute here as you're breathing to just notice what's going on in your body. Do you have any areas that are feeling tense or sore? Or any uncomfortable emotions? As you're breathing, I want you to just release those things. So breathe in and breathe out that tension. Relax your muscles. Breathe in, breathe out that stress. Breathe in and breathe out. Now, as you keep breathing, I want you to think about any thoughts of memories, plans, anything other than being right in this moment, just breathing, anything at all that your thoughts are wandering to. And as you notice those things, just breathe in and breathe out and let them go. So breathe in and let the thoughts go. And just clear up your mind and your body and your emotions for a moment, settling them down, focusing on this moment and your breath. We're going to begin by focusing on events and experiences, people, pets, or possessions that we feel grateful for. So first, as you're breathing, I want you to recall some marvelous things that you already have as you're listening. You have the gift of life itself. It's the most precious gift. Someone gave birth to you, someone fed you as an infant, changed your diaper, clothed you, bathed you, taught you to speak and to understand. You have the gift of hearing, so you can hear this broadcast. You can hear and learn, whether it's a song of a bird or music, the breathing that you're doing right now. You have the gift of a heartbeat, steady, regular, in the moment, life-giving blood. Breathe in and breathe out. Now think about all the things that we have today that make our lives easier and more comfortable than they were for our ancestors. We flip a switch and a light appears. We turn a tap and clean, drinkable water flows. We have a roof that keeps us dry when it's raining, walls that keep out the cold wind, windows that let the light in, and screens that keep out the bugs. We enter a vehicle and it takes us where we want to go. We have public libraries with thousands of books and recordings, free for anyone to borrow or read. We have public schools that teach us to read and write, skills that were available only to very few until a few hundred years ago. Now take a moment to reflect on all the thousands of people who work hard, some without knowing you at all to make sure your life is easier or more pleasant. Some who plant or grow and harvest your food. Some who transport that food to the market. People who make the roads and railways, make it easier to transport things. The Postal Service. Someone sorts mail, delivers it. Those who design and operate systems for gathering and sorting and disposing trash and everything else. Those who gather news stories and photos. Those who create the many machines that we utilize every day. Most of all, the people that you have never met or barely know. Now, consider the people and pets you do know who enrich your life, those who smile at you and cheer you on, those family, friends, acquaintances, colleagues, peers, those individuals who support you when you need a shoulder or a hand. Now, take a moment to think about those individuals. You can picture their face or their name. Now take a moment to reflect on your own reasons for feeling grateful today. There's so much to feel grateful for in this moment right now. Gratitude fills our hearts and minds and uplifts our spirits. When you finish noticing your daily things that you're grateful for, I want you to return your focus back to your body and your breathing. Rest quietly for a moment, noticing your emotions and how your body feels. And then when you're ready, just give a gentle stretch, move your arms and legs, and bring yourself back into the moment. Remember what you were doing before you started. Focus back on this moment right now of how to recognize gratitude in your life. So I hope that maybe for some of you, that was something that brought to mind things that you hadn't really thought about recently that you're grateful for, that you can utilize in your daily gratitudes, or maybe just the next time that you're driving or getting ready to go to work or turning on the water to wash your hands, you'll be a little bit more grateful for what you do have, because that mindset changes your overall mental health. So I hope this week you can focus on the things that you're grateful for. If you're interested in doing the whole meditation, because I did kind of shorten it a little bit, you're welcome to do so. Like I said, I'll be posting the link in the comments below. There are multiple other meditations that you can use, or guided imageries that are focused on gratitude. And I encourage you to integrate one of those into your daily activities. Remember, at Brandon's House, we are getting ready for our Christmas sale. We also are focusing on Giving Tuesday coming up. And end of year, we have a lot of financial needs right now to be able to keep our doors open. So if you're looking at any end of year giving or things like that, please do keep us in mind. All the proceeds stay local, and they help us to provide quality mental health care to teens and their families. Thank you so much for taking your time this Monday, and I look forward to seeing you next week.